7th July 2025, where we are proceeding with the matter of Mbenenge and Mbenenge. Mr. Sikakani.
Thank you, Chair. It appears that there is some remnants of previous evidence that Mr. Madonsela and the evidence leader want to deal with before I call my witness. Thanks.
Mr. Madonsela.
Chair, we would like to, by agreement, dispense with the evidence of one witness, Captain Botha, and his evidence to be found at volume 1, page 438 to 459. 459. What we wish to place on record by consent is that the evidence of Captain Malcolm Greg Botha, contained in his report on mobile phone analysis under Cambridge CAS 175/12 /2023 is to be admitted. Without the need of calling Captain Botha. Thank you, Chair.
Advocate Skipper.
Thank you, Chair. It is in agreement that we can deal with the evidence of Captain Botha on the report as contained on pages 438 to 459 without the need of calling him as a witness.
Advocate Butland.
Thank you, Chair. I'm not sure whether I have any say in this, but to the extent that we do, we agree that the report of Captain Botha on the pages that the evidence leader has indicated may be admitted.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Chair, I should say before Madam Friend comes in that there are what Madam Friend calls remnant of evidence that I was supposed to lead, particularly with reference to the court manager, Mr. Mhlonhlo, which are still looming large in the background and will be resolved after the evidence of the respondent.
All right. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Sikakani.
Thank you, Chair. May I call my next witness, which is Judge President Fanelo Selby Mbenenge.
Sorry. Is there a file we should take out?
Yeah, yes.
Or
Chair.
not yet?
I was going to take it through once we're done, but yes.
Judge President, may we have your full names, please?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Selby Mfanelo Mbenenge.
You have an objection against taking an oath?
Not at all.
In which case, do you say that the evidence you are about to give will be nothing else but the truth? And if so, please raise your right hand and say, "So help me God."
So help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Before I address my questions to the respondent, the JP, may I indicate that there is a file that is placed before the panel. It's not anything new. It's a file so that it's convenient. It does make reference to the specific pages in the record, in the volume. It's just that it's the sequence of his own testimony. And so it's not a file with new documents at all. And so you could keep it there just for his own reference, for his own sequence. Secondly, Chair and members of the tribunal, let me indicate before I start that I'm going to deal with 4 themes. The first theme is going to be just a theme about, it will become relevant. It's about himself and who he is. That's the first thing. And that would cover just his career and this complaint. The second theme is going to be the issue that is right at the heart of this, or one of them, which is the incident, the so-called incident of the 14th or 15th of November. And the third is another one which has become an issue, which is the picture that the respondent, the JP, is alleged to have sent. It's K8. We've been dealing with it as K8. The last big theme that we're going to talk about is the chats themselves. The sub-themes of which are the general flirtatious chats, and that's common cause. And the second sub-theme in that theme is the complainant's own flirtatious chats. And this will be found in volume 1 that we've always had. And so the files that are going to be important largely in this testimony is volume 1, volume 3, and you'll be taken through that using the file that's been given to you with references. Thank you, Chair. May I start?
Yes, please.
Judge President, if we can start with who you are, your career briefly, and I'm not going to ask you about your character because we know now we're not going to deal with character, but just who you are, your history, becoming a judge president.
Thank you, Counsel. I was born in Butterworth. I did my primary education there, and then I moved to Umtata when my parents moved to Umtata. I studied at the University of Transkei, 2 degrees, firstly B Juris and thereafter LLB. Before being an advocate, it was a bit of a winding road, if I may put it like that. I was a prosecutor at some point. I was a state law advisor. I was a lecturer. I then joined the bar after undergoing pupillage at the Joburg Bar. I became an advocate for 22 years, 11 years as junior counsel and 11 years as senior counsel. I became a judge on 1 July 2015. And then in 2017, around May, I became ADJP in Umtata. The post of JP fell vacant. There was the first bout of interviews that were conducted. 4 of my colleagues were nominated. That process yielded nothing in the sense that no recommendation was made by the JSC. I availed myself. I became JP after undergoing the usual interview. I became JP on 1 November 2017, if I remember well. So basically, that is my pathway to being JP from the academic side of things and from the professional side of things.
Could you just tell the tribunal briefly about challenges that you may have faced by becoming a JP, judge president of a province, just after 2 years as a judge?
Maybe before I deal with that, Council, I hope it won't derail you. One of the documents that I will be referring to at page 10 of the consolidated bundle that I believe has been availed to everyone concerned. One will see that there is reference to Form 2. It says it is alleged that the facts set out in Annexure A to this notice constitute a complaint of incapacity, gross incompetence, or gross misconduct against you. In other words, it is as broad as all that. And one is not sure exactly why there is reference to incompetence and incapacity. But to the extent that there is maybe an allegation about incompetence, I can only refer to my CV, reported cases that were penned by me, and so on and so forth. But I don't want this tribunal to be carried away when it comes to that. It suffices basically to say, as counsel, I have to my favor 48 reported judgments. I'm not talking about judgments in Safely, I'm just talking about reported judgments. You will see that the last of those, number 48 at page 5, is Poswa versus President of the RSA. And then as acting judge, when I was acting from time to time, I have 9 judgments, and I have made reference to some other authorities where those judgments are referred to. And then as a judge, I have accumulated, I'm just saying as a judge, I've accumulated 13 reported judgments. And as JP, I have accumulated 6 judgments. That is those that are reported. There may be reference to some in the course of what I will be saying, to the extent that, as I have said, mention has been made of some incompetence. I don't know in what context. There are publications that I point to at page 9. Transformative Constitutionalism, a Judicial Perspective from the Eastern Cape. It's published in the University of Fort Hare Law Journal. And then the other one, A Dead Horse Need Not Be Flogged, The Duty Not to Pursue Unmeritorious Causes, South African Judicial Education Journal, Volume 1, first issue 2018.
JP, can you pause a little bit? You're referring to a document. Which document is that?
Can we go to the bundle?
Bundle? Page?
Bundle, let's go to the bundle. Page 3. This is the consolidated bundle.
From page 2 of what is before us is the complaint itself. Are you referring to that?
No. This is the bundle that I believe was submitted to the panel this morning. It is under index further supplementary bundle for use during respondent's testimony. Has the chairperson found that? The numbering is twofold. There's numbering for the particular bundle, and then on the right-hand side to the general bundle or index. Has the chairperson located the index further supplementary bundle for use during respondent's testimony?
Yes, it's that one, Chair.
Correct. And then, so should I follow the small pagination?
Yes, there's the small numbering. You will see, Chairperson, that page 1 is the CV. Page 1 is the CV.
Yes.
I've mentioned something about the chairperson.
Yes.
And then page 3 are reported cases since I joined the bar. There are about, let me say, there are 48 of them that I could
Yes.
pick up.
Correct.
I don't want to delve into that.
Yeah.
I'm here as a judge otherwise. And then as acting judge, because from time to time I acted as a judge, you will see that there are 9 reported judgments.
On page, smaller page?
Small page is 5, 6, and 7.
Yes.
And then as a judge, starting with Gongose up until S versus Jolingana, 13 reported judgments that I could pick up. And then as a judge president, there are 6 reported judgments at page 8. I've highlighted some of those because in the course of my testimony, I may refer to some of them, but